We will now call the Fayette County School Corporation Board of School Trustees special session to order. We're being held here in the administration building. It's Wednesday, September 20th, 2017, and it is 8:40 a.m. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the agenda as submitted and amended.
I so move.
Thank you, Ann. Do I have here a second?
I will, Madam President.
Thank you, Chris. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, we'll move on to our action item today, which is the personnel report and recommendations for employment. Mr. Collins.
Thank you, Mr. President, Board, Cabinet. I am very pleased to recommend to you today Mr. Brian Hensley as our Director of Facilities for Fayette County School Corporation. Brian is a graduate of Indiana Wesleyan University. He has been employed with Ohio Valley Gas and Stant Corporation, and prior to that Honda. And then prior to that, he spent about 9 years, I believe, in construction in the Cincinnati area. Brian's a local resident, has 2 children in our schools, and I think he will be a great addition to our administrative team. And I present to him for your approval of hire as Director of Facilities and Maintenance.
Great. So I am going to now entertain a motion to, for the personnel report and recommending Brian Hensley for employment. Do I hear a motion?
That motion.
Thank you, Mark. A second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Warren. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Great. Congratulations. We have one discussion item tonight. It's the board policy 7.38, and it's our first reading. Scott.
Thank you. We have one policy that's included in your packet of information. We just have one change on this that is operational changes required in how we maintain the written record. So if you'll look at the pest control policy 7.38, and it's item number 6, in the middle of the page, it says maintain written record for at least 90 days of any pesticide applications. We need to change that to 2 years. That's the change. But with that, we've also, there is a notification registry form. We sent this home with our students this year, and this is something that will be sent home every year. Next year will be included in our registration information through Power School. This year we needed to do it with a paper copy. And then we will keep this information on file. And what it basically asks for is if any parents want to be notified prior to us treating a facility, then they will be placed on that notification registry. I want to note that we will notify them 48 hours prior to applications, but our current practices as a district is we are currently with the pest management company, and we perform those services the second Tuesday of each month during non-student hours. So we currently do not practice applying pesticides when the students are in the building. However, if parents do want to be notified, they have that opportunity to request to be on that registry to receive the notification in advance. So that is a second piece with the policy that will be part of the appendix and the operational piece. But the only policy change is just the timeline from 90 days to 2 years. So this is the first reading. There's no other action.
Was that a state mandate, Mr. Collins?
Pardon?
Was that change a mandate?
Yeah, that was, Janie's worked with that in her committee, but that change is just a requirement that we must maintain those
So is
records
this
now. for
just
2
trying to
years.
stay in compliance?
2 years.
Yes, to meet compliance. Is there
Okay.
anything more on Janie that I
The
didn't cover?
committee of one so far. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
Brian will now be on that committee. Committee 2 will sign.
Boy, elevated
He's had
already.
a job for 4 minutes and he's already on a committee. Yeah.
Is the reason for notifying parents, do some people have allergies to the substances they use?
Yeah.
Well, and we're pretty careful with what we use and what we're permitted to use. You try to use the least, back in the 1960s and 70s, there was a lot of stuff being used for pesticides. Those are not being used, but it's really just if there are any risks where parents want to know, just for
Okay.
any possible, we're very cautious. Our company that we use is very reputable and does a great job. And, I was in here after last week's board meeting on Tuesday, and he came by, and I was still here, and so I think it was 8:30 or so when he comes in. So they always come in after hours, so we don't have any student contact, and it's typically non-residual that doesn't leave any oil-based traces of anything, and they do it on, where it's needed and in a periodic preventive pesticide
I'm
application.
just
So-
thinking maybe once or twice in 35 years of teaching at the high school that I have an
Mercy.
odor
Oh,
in my room or whatever. It was almost non-existent.
And now it's even more so, I would say, with the chemicals that they're even allowed to use. So anyway, this is just the first
Okay.
reading. We want to go ahead and get that taken care of so we can get it taken care of with the second reading in October and board action on the change of that timeline. So that's it.
I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Warren. A second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Chris. All those in favor signify by raising your hand. Opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you all for getting in here.